Very good afternoon, Himansu sir. Sir, we are very much happy and thankful to you for accepting our invitation regarding on entrepreneurships development in the gifting industry. Nowadays, the people are learning the concepts, but how implement in practical, they are little bit lag in that, and the students are nowadays are looking for become an entrepreneur. So in this we thought of that you are the right person to give brief introductory how the student are able to do in the create in his own path, become an entrepreneur, and how it is suitable for nowadays BTech graduates. So in this we requesting, and without second mind thought, we are with that much of skill sets, that much of knowledge, that much of enrichment. Only you are the right person for this type of the entrepreneurs development skill sets and everything. So in this, we are requesting you, and we are very much happy that you are accepted our invitation, even though you are suffering with high fever. Undoubtedly, we are accepting our invitation. With this, we are very much thankful, and we are appreciating your efforts and your dedication to develop our students. With this, I am requesting you for give a brief introductory to our NSRTN, sir.
Thank you, Naveen sir, for this opportunity, and it's always good to share what we have learned with our experience. So, while for next 30 to 40 minutes, I'll be sharing my journey, and when you specifically entrepreneurship and specifically in the gifting industry, what kind of challenges and what kind of things we need to keep in mind. I will request from all the students. It will be great. Because I know that NSRI students are good, and not only they capture good, but they also keep attention in asking questions. Just give me a second now.
Okay, sir.
So in this case, if any students are having any kind of questions, queries, feel free to ask in between. And I suppose just a second. Yeah. So if you can raise your hand, I can see you. I can see the camera here. So you can raise your hand and feel free to ask your question, because the first learning as an entrepreneur you need to do is asking a question, because if you're not asking something the long, that's what an entrepreneur do. They ask where if even if you seeing this question is not a question, you still ask, because nothing is incorrect approach. The moment you say something, you have a question mark, the other person might not be able to answer, or the other person might even think that, hey, you know what, this question is not correct, or you should use your own mind to get an answer of it. Why you're asking even this question? But that's fairly fine, because the moment you ask, even the answers are in your head, the answers will come automatically. But when you're asking, you're not asking the person in front, you're asking yourself. It's like talking to yourself. That is the first thing an entrepreneur do. Coming to my intro, see, I started my journey as a web hosting company um, around 20 years back during my college days, and that's my firm name called as Online Troubleshooters. So it's a company into domain and web hosting services, purely IT services. 2003 was the year we started this business, and after that we have moved to other three line of businesses. Second is into corporate training, um, and third is into digital branding, and then finally we move to corporate gifting. So corporate gifting, it has been almost 6 line of years we had been working through. And I can say the other three line of businesses we have, which is into branding, corporate training, or IT services, they are into service industry, and gifting is the product industry. Now service industry and gifting industry are very different industry, because when you're working into services, you are just not talking to physical assets, physical products. You're talking to services, you're calling your customers, sending emails, and handling things virtually, I can say that. So it's more easier. But when it comes to products, products means physical products, and when the moment you say physical, it means you need a warehouse, you need logistics, you need to make sure you don't have a dead stock. It comes with a lot of challenges in itself. So in last 6 years of the gifting industry, we have seen a lot of ups and downs. We have seen how industry works. We have seen how professionalism and unprofessional industry is. See, every industry is a big industry. So if I talk about gifting industry, it's 100,000 crore turnover business in India. So it's 1 lakh crore turnover. Indian companies do business in gifting industry. Now they are the small entrepreneurs, medium rockers, or high-end entrepreneurs in the industry. But normally, when you say an industry in a company in gifting industry, are they actually scaling up or not? So I will say this industry more than they are the companies are, um, you can say it is a monopolistic in economy. There are so many companies, but they're not scaling up. The growth is very less, and there are a couple of reasons for the growth. So gifting industry, the challenges are, it's a product industry, so you need to make stock. And the moment you keep stock or you don't keep stock, and let's say, I'll give an example. A customer is coming to you and say, hey, I want to buy these chairs. The chairs you're setting right now, let's say this brown color chairs, what I see right now. Someone wants this 1,000 piece chair, and you are talking to your manufacturer, and manufacturer says, yes, I can do it. Now your client says, I want it in 10 days. And you talk to your manufacturer says, okay, I can do it in 9 days, not a problem. And the discussion is going on. The customer is asking something, and you're talking to a manufacturer. He want these chairs for their office. So under the gifting industry, chairs can be gift to employees. As an example, hypothetical example, guys. Now, the moment your deal is closed with a client, suddenly your manufacturer says, my raw material is out. Now I need 25 days to make it and deliver. But in fact, you have promised your client 10 working days or 10 days. Now the difference of 10 and 15 is too high. You cannot cover it up. And you go to your client and say, hey, boss, it's going to take 25 days. The customer is gone. They will never come back to you because what you have promised, they want it to be delivered in that promise. So the gifting industry, the biggest challenge is dependency on other people, because you cannot manufacture yourself anything. What you do is you innovate. You innovate, put some nice packaging to it, and then sell it to the clients. That's what gifting industry do. Or you customize by printing on it. That's how the customers get emotion in the gifting industry. Now, if you are just buying and selling, it's trading, it's not gifting. So we need to also understand what exactly we are trying to do in the business. So I'll go some points. If you, all of you, or some of you wants to become entrepreneur, uh, the first thing you need to understand is grow your skills. So when I say grow your skills, you need to find out what is your strength. Very simple. What is your strength, and grow that strength. Now, let's say some of you may say, my strength is I enjoy talking to people. So enjoy talking to people can become a strong strength where you can connect people. And what you can do is you can connect people and make good professional relationship with them. That's how you gain customers, their trust. So for that, you need to improve your skills of connecting people. But how people will connect? People will connect you because of two things. One is knowledge and second is skill. Can anyone tell me over there what is the difference between knowledge and skill? Anyone in the room? If you know, what is the difference between knowledge and skill? And here is the question, which is for one of you who is actually serious to try speaking, because if all of you wants to become entrepreneur, you have to leave the word nervousness and hesitation, or is my answer right or wrong? You have to leave that on your chair and speak up, because if you don't do that, then you cannot become an entrepreneur. You cannot go into business. It's super difficult, because if you cannot speak now, and then you thought of, I can speak later to the clients. It's not possible, because your clients will be more into, irritating manner, scolding manner. They want, then and there itself, they won't listen to you. Then what will you do? Will you run away from the clients? Of course not. So I'm back with my question. Anyone in this room who can talk about what is the difference between knowledge and skills, waiting for 10 seconds, else I'll move. Okay, no problem. So I'm considering that no one wants to become an entrepreneur. No one has the zeal here. Everyone is sitting for a formality. I can consider that. Okay. If not, it's okay. If not, it's okay. After 2 years, 1.5 year, once you actually become serious, then you will recall this date, that on this date, someone asked us this question, and why the hell we have not spoken? Why we have not spoken, and we want to do something. So no problem with that. After 1.5 year, you will ask this to yourself. Now knowledge and skill is basically, skill is your education, what you're doing right now. You're doing BBA, MBA, BTech, BCom. That is a skill. You are learning something, technology, your degree programs. But when it comes to knowledge, it's about your general knowledge, or what is happening around the world. So you need to know about politics, you need to know about education, you need to know about cricket, you need to know about other things. Because when you're going to meet a client, they are going to ask, okay, can I ask a question to two of the girls on the third row? They are having very interesting conversation. Let's hear what they have to say. Naveen sir, let's have a question from the two girls. They are having some interesting conversations. Why not? So the third row, can you point the camera? Yeah, yeah. This girl, what everyone is seeing right now. What's your name? Yes. What's your name?
Meghana.
Meghna, how serious you are about your career? Okay, Meghna, are you okay? So Meghna, are you sitting here because your teachers told to sit, or you are really interested in doing something? You can have a seat, Meghna. No problem. Have a seat, Meghna. Meghna, you can have a seat if you can hear me.
Cheppu.
So again, I'm telling you something, guys. Very, I highlighted Meghna because the other friend of hers, which I can't see, there is another girl who is hiding herself. You know, let's ask her name also. What's her name?
Navya sir.
Bhavya. So Meghna and Bhavya were having some interesting conversations. Some interesting conversations. Thank you. No problem. Have a seat, Bhavya. So they were having some interesting conversations. But let me again tell you guys, uh, if you are really 1% interested, just 1% interested in becoming entrepreneur, you have to understand the zeal has to be totally different. Okay, you cannot just let it go like that. You have to not only listen, you have to ask yourself how serious I am towards my passion and my things I want to do. Because exactly once you passed your college, once you're done with your college, two things will happen with your life. One, either you're looking for a job, or B, you will be getting married. Okay, these two things will happen in your life. Now if you're getting married, that's fine. That's a life. I don't know how many of you want so early. But if you don't want that life to be early, if you want a job or you want to start a business, then you have to start today. If you start it tomorrow, you are already late, because there are every day hundreds and thousands of people with different ideas here. They are working on it. They are working on it. They are thinking aloud. They are thinking aloud and they are implementing the things. So you don't have to just think. Again, I'm saying, don't think that we are taking some incorrect decisions. My idea is bad, or you have to respect yourself. Let me ask you a question. Who is the most important person in your life you love most as of now? I suppose this question you can answer, huh? Any one of you. But do they have a cordless mic by chance? And Navin sir, do they have a cordless mic?
Yes, sir.
Can we give them a cordless mic if they have? It's a very common question. It's a very, very common question. Anyone wants to answer. One person you love most right now. Navin
They
sir,
are
I'm
holding
catching.
that parents.
They are saying their parents. Okay.
Parents.
You are totally, if you want to become an entrepreneur, the first person you need to love is yourself, not even your parents. Because if you don't understand yourself, if you don't know who you are, then you cannot grow, you cannot scale up. You will be having difficulties in life. So, being an entrepreneur, the difficulties are fun. So, what kind of difficulties you will face? The first difficulty you can face is your friends will not support you, or you will be losing friends. That is the number one difficulty. You have to be ready for that. You will be standing alone many times of your life. The word alone, alone, is it a very difficult word? It's okay. You have to stand alone in your life to actually stand and work aloud. You have to speak aloud. You have to become an extrovert person to become entrepreneur. You have to speak up. Because in Hindi we call it as agar aapko bechna aata hai. So in English you can say that if you know how to sell. If you do not know how to sell, never become an entrepreneur. You cannot join a business, you cannot run a business, or you cannot grow if you do not know how to sell. That is the first and foremost thing an entrepreneur should know. And then your communication, of course, is very important. How do you communicate things? Can you convince people is also very important. So because in our industry, specifically gifting industry, when we go and meet people, there are so many vendors. For example, you must have heard about a company Boat. Boat is giving headphones. Now we are selling Boat headphones, and there are other client who is selling Boat headphone, other vendor. Now one client asking for a price of a headphone, we are giving something, the other person is giving something. Now the other person is giving 500 rupees, we are giving 600 rupees. Do you think client will buy from us? The client wants cheaper, but the other person is giving 500, we are giving 600. Still you can sell it for 100 rupees extra. Why? The reason is how much emotions you're adding to the gift. So as a company, what we do in the Boat speaker, we will pack it with a gift wrap nicely. We will put a nice ribbon, we will add a greeting card to it, we will add some nice candles to it, some chocolates to it, and pack it nicely, put in a nice paper bag and give it to the client. Or we will put up a QR code like this, for example, a QR code like this, which will say, hey, scan this QR code and win another gift. So it's like you are tricking them by providing an option, a callback option. So now when you add this certain little emotions, the 500 rupees item can be sold for 700 rupees also without any problem. But you need to add certain good things to it. So I can say that what unique policies you have, what uniqueness you have in your gifting, which your customers. So it's not about gifting, any industry you are working with, what unique you have. Same with the students. What I can see, there are 50 students sitting in the classroom right now. What unique you have? Are you common like others, or you're uncommon like others? Anyone in this room who says, I am different from others, I am an exception, can stand up and come here right now. If you're an exception, if you think that I want to become an exception or an exception, that is the first stage you're crossing to become an entrepreneur. That is the first stage, guys. Because most of the time, what happens is you are stuck with your friends. You do what they say, simple, or you stuck with your own thoughts. Should I say? Should I not say? So if you have changed the thought and become an exception, then your growth from here to here from this belt is easy. You don't need to think aloud. You have to just go with step by step. And you remember one thing, the word consistency is very important in entrepreneurship journey. What I mean by consistency is, if you have to do something, if you have an idea, you have to implement it for regular 1 year. You cannot stand and say after 2 months, you know what, it's not happening, I'm not liking it, or I'm not getting any response. No, it's not like that. You have to continuously go for it. Then only people will understand slowly. So take an example of any brands like Coca-Cola. Why do you drink Coca-Cola? Do you guys drink Coca-Cola or no? Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Are they selling cold drinks? No, they're not selling cold drinks. They're selling, what they're selling is of course a cold drink. The product is cold drink. But if you see their advertisements tell you the purpose, why you should do it, why you should drink cold drink, why you should wear Nike shoes, why you should have this product or that product. Every product is being given with a certain courtesy message that my product can benefit you like this. So this is the third thing, guys, that you need to understand your product. What you're trying to sell, that product should create a recall value for your client. It should not be just copy pasted from others. You can buy a product from other, but then remodify it and sell it. Now remodification means more money. You can tell your client, you know what, I did this modification for you which others are not doing, so it becomes different. That is a difference between a sketch cost and a painting with colors. A painting with colors is more costly because it colors in it, and the sketch is just a black and white, it has less colors. So these three things an entrepreneur should keep in mind: consistency, your communication, asking. These three things are super important for entrepreneur. Going back to the gifting industry, it's a very big industry. And if you ask me, hey, if you want to do something, do you think this has scope? Oh, it has versatile scope. Right now we are looking people all across the country. We are hiring right now. I'm finding people in every city who can join us in sales and marketing in different cities. It can be Vizag also, it can be Bangalore, it can be Chennai, Hyderabad, Udaipur, Jaipur. We are finding different people in different cities who can handle our business there. But what we are looking then? We are looking for people, again, I'm repeating those three words. Number one, someone who really wants to improve communication. Someone who is good with convincing power. Someone who is ready to go an extra mile and learn something and implement in their life. Someone who is again serious towards their career growth from here to here, who really wants to scale up. And why we are hiring a different industry? Because gifting industry, guys, is decentralized. There are two words: centralized, decentralized. Centralized means you have an office in one place, and you are selling products into different cities. We can do that. That's perfectly all right. But then what happens is, many times a client want last minute stock. They want today delivery. Now within 24 hours, you cannot send it to Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad. It takes, some cities take time, 3 days, 5 days. So how to cut down the time? We can cut down the time by selling it to decentralized. Decentralized means, let's say we have a team member in Vizag, a team member in Hyderabad, a team member in Chennai. So they interact with the corporate office directly and get their work done easily. So their time is also saved, and the corporate office is supporting to them. So it's a decentralized business in this case, I can say. We have tried doing it centralized mode, and they'll tell you the problem of centralized is logistic cost. In gifting industry, you have to send one product from here. It will go by transport slowly to here. Once it reaches, there is a cost to it. Now, if we can, instead of sending it from here, if we have the product here already in different city, then we don't have to spend money on the logistics. The logistic cost is saved. And trust me, logistic cost is very, very high in gifting industry. We have to spend a huge amount in gifting. But yes, then the moment we decentralize, it can be a little savior. So that's a myth and problem about gifting industry. Again, to your clients, what kind of additional features you are adding is prima facie more important. You are going into food industry tomorrow, you're going to tomorrow FMCG or any other industry, you need to find out what innovative idea you have in your mind. Because the moment you are innovative in nature, the client would love to buy you. For example, I'll show you something. Let's say this bottle, for example, is just a bottle. Now, if I write your name here, or we have some logo here, this becomes a gift, and that to customized gift. Do you think a person whose name is written over here will not take this bottle? So if your name is written over here on the bottle, will you take it, guys? You will take it because your name is written. It's all about your name. If you cannot throw your name to the dustbin, not at all. You will love your name to keep it with you, use it for whatever number of years it will survive with you. That's how we can customize experience, emotions in gifting. So in gifting, this is let me add two more points in gifting. Another thing in gifting is your stakeholders. You have to have a good connection with stakeholders. Now, who are stakeholders? You are not only clients, your vendors, from whom you are buying your products is superficial important. Are they your regular vendors, or they just come and give you the products? Because in buying from different vendors, the quality, the cost, and the duplicacy is important. The duplicacy should not be there. The product has to be genuine. It should not be fake. So you need to verify with whom you're buying. And we try, as a company, we always try to buy directly from the manufacturers, because someone who is making it, if you buy from them, you get good money, you save good money, and the work is done. That is one important thing about gifting. Second important thing about gifting is turnaround time. So guys, we have a lot of customers who comes and say, we want last minute service. We want gifts today. The event is tomorrow, and the bandwidth is 24 hours. So in 24 hours, we pack something, we deliver something across India. Whatever we do, it depends upon that's our strategy. But then again, this strategy can be created by anyone. Come to you, they have option one, option two, option three, option four. So another thing gifting industry is options. Options are more important, because if you're just giving one option to the client, they will never choose. It's like you go to a store to buy a refrigerator or washing machine, and they say, hey madam, you know what, this is the only option I have. So you may buy it or you may not buy it. But if I want you to buy it, what I'll do is I'll keep four different washing machines of different companies here on the block, and you will love one out of them and buy it. Because the moment you have one, you may not choose. But the moment you have two, three, or more, are not too much. Remember this one thing: you should have only one or two. Then customers will focus and buy. You cannot go speak aloud and have thousands and 2,000s of stock in your gifting industry. Coming to the entrepreneurship journey, I told you about consistency is very, very important. Most of the companies die because of consistency. Now, this consistency is not important from you as the CEO of the company. You need to train your team. You need to tell your team that, you have to be consistent. You have to follow very regular in terms of how the work is done, in terms of your skill set. They should not ask again things. You need to teach them how the work is done, how the process is, how it's working out. You have to clarify things. So it's like, there is a word in Japanese word called kaizen. Kaizen means improving yourself before you die. Before you die means before your company is drowning, and there are problems. Instead of solving them, you are stuck. So what you do is you follow Kaizen, create a new strategy, and you're implementing the new strategy, but the old is still going on. You do not throw it off. First, you implement new strategy. Once the new strategy is implemented, rough and fine, then you go for the old strategy and say, I want to check this off now. Because if you don't do planning, Kaizen says, if you don't do planning and you just keep on working, you always get fail. You're unsure that your way will work or not. So there's a cycle. There's a cycle of entrepreneur. The cycle is you start something. One second, guys. So the journey is you start something. Let's say it is called formulation. You're formulating something. Then you are implementing it. Once you have implemented it, then you evaluate. You check that what strategy you have created is a good strategy or not a good strategy. So this, it's a circle. You need to keep on repeating. So let me ask you a question. If your strategy is going fantastic, you're getting a good response, will you change your strategy or no, you will not change? Anyone? Will you change your strategy? Let's say everyone wants to say yes. We want to change the strategy after 5 years. It's very bored on working one machine for 5 years. Let's say we want to change the strategy or machine or your processes or your strategy, even though your business is going good. Now, if it is going bad, then of course you will change the strategy. But if your business is going good, why will you change the strategy? Because if you have reached here, understand, you are reached here. Now you need to, what next you need to do, you don't know, you have no idea. This is called diversification. Diversification means now either we will go down because business is going down, or we will go more up, but more up there are problems. So what we will do, we will start going down from here slowly, but in the meantime we have created another ship, another line of business which will grow automatically. So it's basically either you are going loss or profit. You have to change your strategy after a certain period of time. There's a word called business process reengineering for that. In short form we call it as BPR, where you make your company to zero and recreate everything again. That's our life of entrepreneurship. Some personal facts of entrepreneurship. You stop spending your time in selecting food. You will go with, okay, offer me whatever you have. You don't make choices because you want to save your time. The second is that time is very important for entrepreneur. How much time you're giving, how much time you're giving for learning, how much time you're giving for finding knowledge, how much time you're working on the product. There are so many things you need to understand one by one here, because if you do not increase your knowledge or if you do not spend time in improving yourself, you will grow, but then one fine day you will lose because you have not created your synergy on the top. You are just rotating things and you're telling, okay, I'll do it, I'll do that. But actually, are you doing it? No, you're not doing it. So that is one line of thing you need to understand. The second line of thing as an entrepreneur you need to understand on a personal fair is that don't listen to the people words if you think they're negative. For example, you're going to a client, okay, and someone says, don't go to that client. That client is not good. He won't give business, and no point of going and meeting that client. And you sit back. You says, okay, let's not go today. We'll do it tomorrow or Monday if the client calls up. If not, it's okay. The person says it's not a good client. How do you know that? My experience can be different. Your experience can be different. So what we will do is, instead of going into the experience, we will go and have a discussion with the person. We will share our problem. This is what I'm looking for. This is what you have. Can you modify it? This is my cost. The person will say, okay, I'll do it. The person will say, I will not do it. See, at the end of the day, it's all about money. How much money you're offering and how much money you're getting. It depends upon that. Because if you're not paying on time to your people, they won't work with you. So there are some pointers as an entrepreneur you need to understand. It's a process again, guys. It's a process. If you don't follow a process, it's dumb, it's gone. And let me ask you, I know you won't answer, but I will answer myself. Don't worry on that. So when you are giving your exams, you make a process. When you're coming to college, you make a process. What time I have to reach, what time I have to go, you have to make a process. Uh, or you are learning some courses, then there also you make a process. 5 o'clock I have a class externally, then 6 o'clock I have lunch, or 5 o'clock I have lunch, 4 o'clock I have a session, then like that, you do. When you divide things like that, it means again you're distributing your time. So time is very important for an entrepreneur. um, it's a very good saying that you got 86,400 seconds in a day in your clock, but how do you utilize those time? It depends upon you. And just sitting idle and doing nothing is not good. Because in our industry, gifting industry, one biggest challenge you will find if any of you wants to join this industry, the biggest problem is unprofessionalism. What I mean by unprofessionalism here is when you are meeting people in the real time and you are asking them to work for you, what they will do is they will say, okay, I'll do it, but then later on they will deny. And when they will deny when you have event tomorrow, and let's say you want the products today, they will deny. And then you look around and get it done. Fine, you have to do that, but for how long? You need to create a system. You need to create a system where, if you understand this word called recurring means things going automatically. What is the difference between human and a robot? Anyone? Human and a robot. A robot has emotions, human has no emotions, right? Robot has life, human has no life. Am I correct with that, guys? Sir, you can move your head, yes or no? Did you heard me or no? Should I repeat my point? Robots, robots are emotionless or emotion? Emotionless? Okay. Robots are emotionless, but humans are emotions. Now, if you say humans have no emotions, robots have more emotions, then what will happen? We do not exist then. We are not here. To stay in this world, which is very competitive world, you need to add one, two, three, four, five skills. You need to add five skills. So tomorrow, if I come visit Vizag and if I ask you a question, what are your strengths, or what are your skills different you have because of which we should hire you? There are so many companies like us who do not talk about your percentage of college. Of course, it's important. The degree, the percentage is all important, but there are so many companies they want work. They want a person who says, I can get it done. You don't have to worry about. So there you will feel like, oh, okay, I have done something good. That's why this person is there with me. So let me go back and reiterate the pointers. I'm making a note so that I can reiterate it correct. The first thing you remember as an entrepreneur is communication skills. The second thing is consistency. You have to be very regular on your ask. Third thing is nature of asking questions. Very important. And then once you're done with these three pointers, of course, once you are consistent in your life, then next you have to do is planning what I have to do, where I have to go. That is the planning. Once you have done that planning, the next is implementation. Now implementation is the toughest thing. How toughest? um, we all get lazy. It's easy to get lazy. Sundays, you're at home. How many movies you can watch on Sunday? Three movies, four movies? You're changing channels and watching movie. Oh no, sorry, you don't change channels. You change Instagram reels. Keep on watching them regular. One, two, three, four. Maybe some people stay back till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock also. And they're doing what? Watching the reels. We can cut down that time. If you cut down that time and shift that, I'm not saying cut down everything. Keep it, keep it on, be on social media, good. But if you cut down that 30 minutes of your life from that time and implement those 30 minutes in your knowledge, then you will be a human being, not a dinosaur. Otherwise, you will feel like I'm living in the world age of dinosaurs long years back, and your survival will be difficult. I hope no one wants to go into the world of dinosaurs. They look pretty on the movies, but not on the real time. You cannot even run away from them in the real time. So in the real life also you have these dinosaurs. These dinosaurs can be your competitors who will keep on attacking you in your growth. These kind of people can be yourself also. When you do not focus on one thing, you keep on doing multitasking or different things. You need to focus. That's the second thing. And third thing is again the word consistency, that after 3 months, 4 months, someone is coming and saying, hey, you know what, this business is good, why don't you do it? You said, sure, let us do it. And then you're stuck. An entrepreneur needs to stay for at least 1 year to start something. Otherwise, if you, how should I reiterate? If you start something today, and if you do not follow for a couple of months, you will shut down, and then the nightmare will be after 1 year you will see someone else started during the time you thought of, and that person has grown like anything. What is the age to start an entrepreneurship? There is no age. How much money capital you need? You can start your business without capital, without money. Why? I hope everyone can spend their pocket money, small pocket money to do business. You don't need 10 lakh rupees, 50 lakh rupees to do business. You need a small sum of money, or even that can be avoided if you have a problem with that. You can just focus on bringing business. Again, I'm saying you have to become a good salesperson. For that, you can read books. One of the book we follow, as a bible in our organization for entrepreneurship, is The Ultimate Sales Killing Machine. It's a book. If you are serious for entrepreneurship journey or sales journey or marketing, you can write the name of this book. The Ultimate Sales Killing Machine is a nice book, and you can read it. It will give you the practical exposure of how one company can go from $1 million business to $100 million. You can learn about it. So, guys, these are the basic points of being an entrepreneur. Anyone has a specific question yet now regarding your journey? I'm just trying to ask again, if anyone has a question, anyone wants to come up and pick up the mic and speak. If you have any questions that I want to do it, but I'm okay, I'll tell you what kind of questions you may have. You may have a question that I want to really start, but I don't know my idea is good or not. So what you can do is find out a person who has done something in his or life, maybe 1 year senior, 2 years senior to you, or find out that person in your college also with your same age, where you can match your skills. That person understand your skills, you understand his or her skills. So need to make a co-founder. You need to add a person to do business. You cannot alone do business, not possible. Do remember that. That is first question. Second question can be, how many years do you need to grow? Minimum 2 years. You need 2 years to grow your business. Third, is the location a problem? No, not at all. You are living in a virtual world these days. You can just do it on the internet. You don't need to go anywhere else. So of course, you don't need to worry about that. I have to travel too much. No, not at all. From one city, there are so many people, even not having website, on social media, they are able to earn money. Social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, other websites, they're able to earn money. Why they're able to earn money? I'll go back to this word, consistency. Let's say you've made I'll give you an example here. Okay. Let's say you made a reel on Instagram, and you're getting followers. You got, let's say, 600 followers. Now, next reel you're posting after 2 months. No sense. If you really want to earn money from Instagram, you need to send a post as per your charm of, I should say, your thoughts, charm of your thoughts. Let me change my line here. And one moment, give me a moment. I'll go back to a phrase. I'll go back to a phrase, another phrase, and uh, change to a word called zero tolerance. I'll change this word to zero tolerance. Now, zero tolerance to with whom? Zero tolerance with yourself. Okay. We have a weakness, let's say. Okay. We have a weakness, and we are trying to improve it. We are trying to improve it today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, day after tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It's not getting improved. Then what? We start getting irritated, frustrated. Oh, it's not happening. It's a problem. Okay, no worries. What you need to do here is stop here and find out what is the strength. Find out what is the strength. Improve it daily. Improve it daily slowly. 30 minutes slowly. Instagram reel or no Instagram reel. Social media can be your strength. Communication can be your strength. Honesty is not a strength. Okay, honesty is a not even a hobby. Honesty is just on honesty. You cannot do not say it's my strength. Time management can be your strength. Your good faster capturing power can be your strength. Improve that strength every 30 minutes of day. After 2 weeks, you will see a change. You will see a drastical change. Now, next, after doing this change, I'm going step by step now. Once you're done with this homework of strength, then the second thing you need to do is find out what is my passion. Am I serious about my career? Of course, we all are. What is your passion? So your passion is you want to become, you want to go to the field of music. Let's say music, or you want to go into the field of dancing. That's your passion. Or you want to go into the field of IT, technical, or civil, or B school, MBA. You need to be very clear what your passion is. Then with your passion, you need to distribute again into small chunks. Do remember one thing, guys. Small chunks are very important. My passion is this, and what I want to do is, I want to implement it. I want to attain it. To attain it, you need to create small chunks. Once you have created the chunks of your passion, then you will see after 2 or 3 weeks, you have done something. After these 2 weeks, what changes will come? I'll tell you the changes will come. You will be having good listening power after 2 weeks, huh? Not today. After 2 weeks, you will be have a good listening power. You will listen to people more. Second, you will speak only powerful words, positive words. You will share positive energy. You will stop sharing negative energy. You will only speak positive. Why? Because it's like for 2 weeks, you have created a chunks of passion. You are very serious. You know what you have to do. Nobody's asking you, nobody you're telling, but you're very serious about your things. So you just have to tell yourself, I'm serious. I have to be consistent on my passion. My strengths are already set. So you will start becoming listening more, and you will start becoming consistent more. The third thing will come is you will start becoming more punctual. You will be managing time. How? Going to appointments, meeting people, sending email to people. You will become more consistent because you are clear from here. This is the most problematic thing. You have to clear from here, and then only you can add up good things in your life, and you can implement business. Again, telling you guys, you don't need capital for gifting industry or for any other industry to start with. uh, the only challenge in gifting industry is you need a lot of working capital. It's a huge, and specifically today I'm sitting with you. It's occasion when Diwali is coming near, and during Diwali, gifting has most business in the year. If there are 100 vendors in the market, during gifting you will see 10,000 vendors in the market. They increase, and that is why if there are 1,000 vendors, how you are different? What was the word? How to be different was USP. What is your unique selling proposition? You need to find out your USP to say my product is higher and yours is cheaper, but my policies and my services, what I'm giving you, are better than others. So those small extra chunks will help you to grow. I can say that's all about the basics of an entrepreneurship journey. What I can see, I should share with you. Um, be ready for the risk. It's a very risky affair. Let me give you a little afraid point also. It's very scary sometimes, but at the end of the day, you're happy. You're happy because you are living your passion. If you're living your passion, you will be always happy. And don't think about that, should I start or should I start later? If you have an idea, implement it now, because 2025, 2026, Reliance and Tata is absolutely buying all the startup story. They're implementing huge money in buying startups. from one to another. It's a war of startup purchase right now. Okay, so you never know in 2 years if you're doing good, companies like Tata, Reliance, Adani, or others, Flipkart, Walmart, they can come into picture and give you some funds. But they will not give you funds if you are sitting like this. They will never give you funds. For that, again, the words I told you, your communication consistency, repetitiveness, asking things, clarifying with your passion has to be there. Otherwise, they will say, this person is not serious about the business. Why should we give funds? Not at all. They want, you know, if your tone, say, for example, if your health is not good, okay, is my tone, speaks my health is not good? Not at all. You have to change your tone. When you go and meet client, even though you're not feeling good, your tone has to be high. Your tone has to be high because nobody expect you to tell your story. They want you to be a listener. That's how entrepreneurship work. So these are the basic pointers, guys, from the gifting industry perspective and entrepreneurship journey perspective. Uh, I will be happy if any of you later on, you can go and search me on LinkedIn. And if any of you has specific questions, I respect right now you are still learning, and some of you may want to ask something but not able to. But if you have some specific questions and you want to ask those questions later on LinkedIn, please find me on LinkedIn, send me request, send me a question. We'll be happy to answer any of the question. It can be an idea, it can be a journey, or some of you might be working already as an entrepreneur, which I don't know. You can share what you are doing, because making connections and learning from each other is always good. That's what an entrepreneur do. Let me conclude my statement by saying, remember these four words which an entrepreneur follow: earn people, earn money. An entrepreneur always do is earn people, earn money. Never do earn money, earn people. There's a very slight difference, guys. I'll repeat it again for you. The first one is earn people, earn money. The second one is earn money, earn people. So the first one, you are earning people first, and then money is coming automatically. In the second one, you are earning money, then the people. But when you're earning money, you're not earning people. After a couple of years, you will see your money is declining because you have not earned people. But if you've earned people, the money will come automatically without even you ask for. It becomes an automatic process for you. So thank you, NSRIT, for arranging this. You know, if it is physical, in future, I would be happy even to have a brainstorming more on one-to-one. But again, it's virtual. In terms of virtual connections, we are living in a virtual world, and my time now is very busy, but still we enjoy supporting new upcoming entrepreneurs and startup. And it's an opportunity for you to come to us, tell us your story, tell us your idea, because tomorrow you will see us. If you go on my LinkedIn, you will see us supporting many startups or many students who want to grow. So tomorrow, don't say to your teachers or to your parents, hey, you know what, I am not able to grow because I have not got an opportunity. Don't say, because opportunities are there. Are you grabbing them? That is what you need to choose around. Thank you, Naveen sir, for arranging it. I'm keeping it, uh, I'm finishing it 15 minutes early, uh, because I'm not carrying, I feel like these are the pointers the students need to work around first. But yes, Naveen sir, I will be happy to do a round two, where in round two we can specifically go on an interactive session with selected students who are, in fact, looking to share their ideas or share any thoughts and innovations they have. It will be my pleasure to always connect you to NSRIT and work with. NSRIT, guys, is a family for me. Raja sir, Verma sir, Naveen sir, they have Usha madam, they have supported always. And I will tell you, the hospitality of NSRIT is world class. The way they support, you guys should be feeling blessed with such a wonderful education campus, with such a wonderful management and teachers around you. You should respect them and learn a lot of things. It's not learning from us. Learn the way do they hospitality. I had been to 200 campuses, but when NSRIT says come to us, we are always available because the relationship, NSRIT knows how to make relationships. I can strongly speak aloud. So you don't need us, you have wonderful people around with you. Naveen sir is there with you, and other Raja sir, Verma, Sarusha madam is there with you. You need to just go and grab them. Wonderful people around you. But don't sit in a dark room, guys. Thank you, Naveen sir. Over to you. Thank you for this time.
Thank you, Himanshu sir. Actually, at this time we are in the online mode, but definitely we will plan for the offline mode in the future. And we are very thankful for your support, even though we are in the this much of health issue, but we are accepting our invitation. And saying thanks is not enough for your efforts and support. I strongly believe that this session is very informative for the students, and students not 100% they turn into the entrepreneurship, but at least in the aspect of 1% or 2% people students can turn is also very highly appreciable. With this I request Dr. Suryanarayana sir, please conclude the session with vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir?
Fine, sir. This is Professor Suryanarayana, Vice President, Institute Innovation Council, and Professor of Mathematics, sir. First of all, let me thank you for sharing your valuable time, even though you're not
Pleasure,
physically
sir.
well. So really, very hearted, very much warm with the words towards the institutes you gave us. So really, we have wonderful director, wonderful management. They're not missing any chance hunted to develop the organization
Indeed,
while
sir.
taking the employees everything, sir. Definitely, we'll try to see you again in our campus very soon, sir.
It will be a pleasure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.